Scalp massage, scalp massage, scalp massage. It may be the most underrated technique or thing that you can do if you're trying to grow your hair after a hair loss. Not a lot of people talk about it, or if they do, they just kind of throw it off as an aside. So it's like, use this serum. Oh, and yeah, you might want to massage your scalp too. But I believe that it is probably the most important thing that you can do in order to get your hair to grow back, especially if you're suffering from hair loss due to things like hormones, just getting older, stress. So let's talk about it, shall we? Hi everybody, and welcome back to Free Range Diva. My name is Cheryl if you're new. And last year I suffered a hair loss, and so I'm in the midst of figuring out how to jumpstart my hair to growing back. My hair loss was due to the stress of an illness as well as just overall chronic stress. I have also been having periodic hair loss ever since I went through menopause. So lots been going on my scalp. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you today, there's two things. I'm going to show you my edges. It's been last 7 weeks since we last checked in. So I want you to see the growth that I have. And then I'm going to demonstrate scalp massaging and why. And now I'm going to tell you why you want to and need to be doing it. First of all, there's really no upper limit to the amount or how often you massage your scalp. You can do it minimum 3 to 4 times a week. You can do it daily. You can do it twice a day. You can do it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The more you do it, the better you're A, going to feel, and B, the better the results you're going to get from it. First of all, it feels great. Especially if you tend to carry tension in your neck or in your shoulders, it helps to relax you. It helps to lower cortisol and stress levels. So just a simple, just not too aggressive, just a very easy massage starting out perhaps in this area and including these shoulders can feel really, really good. Especially if you suffer from chronic stress, because it's so relaxing. But that's not the best part. We're going to get into that now. As for the specific benefits to hair growth, first thing is this manipulation stretches the hair follicle. As we get older, especially for women after we go through menopause, the hair follicle shrinks. It doesn't take in as much nourishment from blood flow, and so as a result, your hair grows in thinner in the sense of its diameter. It's a finer, thinner, weaker strand, so it breaks off easily. It usually is drier as well. But by manipulating the scalp, you actually stretch and increase the size of that hair follicle. It's no different than if you're stretching your body to get more flexibility. The more you stretch, the more flexible you become. It's the same idea. And as the hair follicle gets wider and opens up more blood flow is able to get in, and your hair will grow in thicker by diameter. So it looks thicker, it's going to be shinier, it's going to be healthier, and it's not going to break off as easily. So that's number one. Number two, it triggers a reaction on the cellular genetic DNA level that causes it shortens the length rather of the resting and the shedding phase of a hair follicle's life cycle. The hair follicle, each little hair follicle on your head has 3 phases of its hair growth life. The active or growing phase, this can last anywhere like 6, 7 years, even up to 10 years, depending on your ethnicity. But for most of us, it's going to be around 6 to 7 years. At any given time, about 80 to 90% of your hair hair follicles are going to be in this active growth phase. The rest of the time, after it's been growing and growing and growing, it gets tired. It needs a rest. It goes into what's called the resting phase. And during this phase, no more blood flow is going into the hair follicle. It's not growing anything. It's just chilling. The hair is still sitting there. It's just not going to grow anymore. It's just sitting there. Finally, after about 3 months or so of being in this resting phase, that hair shaft eventually just falls out. So the shedding phase is what dermatologists and people refer to when they talk about you losing 50 to 100 to 150 hairs a day. Those are hairs that were in the shedding phase and then finally just fell out. Now, once the hair has fallen out, the follicle is then triggered to start growing again. And the whole thing repeats itself. Wash, rinse, repeat for your entire life. What happens when you massage is that the two phases that your hair follicle is in when it's not growing, the resting and the shedding phase, that time that it spends in those phases is shortened. It speeds up the time for your follicle to get back into active growing. So I think on average, each of those phases lasts about 3 months, so maybe 6 months, maybe a little longer, it just depends. But that can dramatically be shortened so that it goes through the resting phase faster, it goes through the shedding phase faster, and boom, it's back into growing phase. And this is probably the most important part of massaging, scalp massage, and the most important benefit that we can visibly see as far as hair growth. So have I convinced you? Are you all ready to do some massage? Okay. First, I want to do an edge check. I want to show you after 3 months what my edges look like, and then I'm going to, because obviously there's gray coming in, so you can actually see what the growth looks like. And then I'm going to color my hair so that you can get a better look of exactly where you can see those gray hairs better. You can actually see them in the scalp around my edges. So first, let's just show you what they look like now. So if you look right there, you can see I actually put a ruler up. This is about a 1/2 inch of regrowth. And I'm looking in the gray areas so you can really see that up close. But my hair is growing, and although about a 1/2 inch is about what you could expect to see in this amount of time, there's little hairs here, maybe you can't see, and more little hairs here. I'm going to now come back tomorrow after I have colored my hair and discuss the new growth. And the reason I showed you I'm concentrating on the edges is because if my edges are growing in, then we can assume that the rest of my hair, like the rest of my head is growing in as well. But I'll show you all that close up tomorrow. And we'll do some befores as well tomorrow. I'm back. It's the next day. I just washed my hair and touched up my roots. I used a leave-in with a little bit of grapeseed oil to lock in the moisture, and then just blow dried it on a warm setting, low heat, low airflow, and with a round brush. So this is what we have. This is what we're working with right now. And let's get in there and look at these roots. These edges. Okay, so this side, there's a little, you can see just little hairs. I'll come in even closer, see if there we go. To make sure that you can see little hairs growing in right here. But if you go over to this side, there's a lot more. You can see all of this is new. And it's long, and it's also getting longer here in the front as well. What was little bits, teeny tiny, I mean, couple of millimeters long little hairs when I first started 6-7 weeks ago, is now they're getting longer. Those hairs are, look at that. You can see they're getting longer in the front and longer on this side as well. And then here we're just starting to see. So I will also insert some, it's hard to hold that position. Let me come down here. I wasn't going to do this, but let's just, because I'm sitting here, let's just see if this looks any different than it did the last time last time you saw this, which was late December. So let's turn around. Yeah, I'll just do some before and after shots and hopefully, fingers crossed, they actually see something good. Okay, I just plugged in my mic, so sound should be a little bit better. And let's do some scalp massaging. The nice thing about scalp massaging is that it's very easy and it's what feels good to you. So don't feel like you have to be really rough. When I do it, I will start here like this and just gently move the scalp. Not so much the hair. You just kind of want to get in there to the scalp and move it around. You can do like scissor motions like this, or circular motions, whatever feels good. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure. The point is to just manipulate the skin on the top and the back of the head. I like to start massaging this area down here because it feels really good to my neck. It releases tension in the shoulders, but that's a really good. See how I'm just manipulating the scalp, but I'm not manipulating the hair. And then you can just kind of slide your hands back there and get that. That feels really good, is to just bring the hands up like that and maneuver around a little bit. There is another YouTuber, her channel is called The Moments, and she did an excellent scalp massage video. Her technique is very gentle, it's very relaxing, and she talks you through it while demonstrating, and it's just it really helps to lower those stress levels, and it gives you a really good idea of how to do a thorough scalp massage just using your fingers. Now, if you're someone who likes tools, or perhaps your fingers are not that strong, maybe you have a little arthritis, or if the actual effort of doing the scalp massage causes a lot more tension in the shoulders, that's not good. I have a product that I've actually, this was recommended by another channel that I watch called Curly Chemistry. This is a scalp massager. This is available on Amazon. It comes in lots of different colors. I got this dark blue. And this is USB charged. It's actually sitting in its charging base right now. It looks like that. But you get a USB cable so you can charge it wherever you have a USB plug. And it has 2 speeds, slower speed and a faster speed. And then it also goes in 2 different directions. So it can either go clockwise or counterclockwise. These little feet are rubberized feet, and when I went to Amazon to look at this, I checked the reviews. They had like thousands of reviews, but you can search through them for a particular search word, and so I put in the word tangle because I wanted to know if this was going to tangle up my hair at the roots. And everyone that had put the word tangle in their reviews, it said that it did not tangle. Except for one, there was one review that said that it did, but otherwise hundreds of reviewers that bothered to put that in the review said that it did not tangle. So I went ahead and got it, and works here. The control is on the top. You press that button, and that's what it looks like, and it just goes around like this. Now this, yeah, that's how you, if you want it to go faster, you do that. Another click changes the direction, makes that faster, and then you're back to the original direction. And then you just hold it down for a second to turn it off. So it's very easy, to operate. And I will say that the first time I used this is much more aggressive than I tend to be, but it felt so good that I'm using it a lot more than I thought I would, because it feels so good. So I'll just show you here how this works. You can, oh, I guess I'm going to come down a little bit. Hold on. There, so you can see better. Try that. Let me pull back. All right, now you can see. So you just turn it on and place it on the scalp or on your head. And it's weighted, you don't have to hold it down, but because of the motion of the massage, it moves itself down your skull. And then you just pull it off, you can go to another area, and it just feels really, really good. Trust me, I was prepared not to like this. I was prepared, I was just gonna buy it and then maybe give it to somebody or just not use it at all, but I love it. Absolutely love it. And like I said, it's very, like it has its own weight. You don't have to hold it down or apply any pressure unless you want to. And if you want a little more, oh, it feels so good in the back. And what's nice is that is not, oh, and when this red light comes on, that means that it's time to recharge it. This, oh, let's turn you off. Off. There we go. This has a 10-minute timer on it, so you can use it for the full 10-minute cycle or any time, any time within that you want. And like I said, you just put it back on its base like that and plug it in and it will recharge. So yes, this is available on Amazon and I will link it below. So that's all I have for you today. Let's see, anything else I need to say about massaging? I guess to sum it up, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. Get that blood flowing to the follicle, stretch out the follicle so that it gets even more blood and can then grow stronger hair and stay in the growth phase longer. Everyone, if you've tried scalp massaging, let me know. I am still using the same oil that blend, the DIY oil blend that I was using when I last talked to you about this, and it seems to be working well. Right now my scalp is tingling, although I haven't oiled it. I will usually oil it a few times a week, but the first day I like letting my scalp breathe a little bit. And so I don't put it on right the first day. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. You can, by the way, you can you don't have to oil your scalp to massage it. You can, obviously. It's a great way to work those oils deeper into the skin. But as long as you are gentle on your scalp, you can do it dry or without any kind of oil, and you should be fine. Okay, that's it. All right, everybody, I want to thank you so much for watching today. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions, and let me know how your hair journey, how you're growing your hair back, how that's been going for you. So yeah, if you want to see more videos like this from me, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing here at Free Range Diva. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Now I'm really going. And until I see you in my next video, I'm just going to wish you a wonderful day, wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.